Welcome again to another one of our interesting programs on instantly preventing poverty in the world. This is Pastor Peter Christian Hessing, and I hope that God is blessing you. You are seeking God, and everything is going well with you. You and your family are in the best of health. And I know some people have tough times there, as Jesus says in Matthew 7:7. Ask, it shall be given unto you. Seek, you shall find. Knock, and it shall be opened unto you. There. This is Pastor Peter Christian Hessing. Thank you for joining me for this very important program on instantly ending poverty around the world. God created an abundant planet. And today we're going to talk about something very important. And there, as I told you, we had started this project on instantly ending poverty, and we entered it in the Cochise County Fair. Every year here in Arizona, I live in Arizona, we have a fair at our county, Cochise County. This is in southern Arizona. We entered this project on instantly ending poverty in the world in the Cochise County Fair. And a miracle of God, we won a third prize. We got a third prize award. So that is the third prize award. We had a two-sided project. On the other side of this was something that we had on God and Jesus blessing America and the world. Yeah, but it was really a miraculous year that this project of instantly ending poverty that we entered in the Cochise County Fair won third prize. As you can see there, we're gonna do this, and we can do this by creating 8 billion online businesses, as I've been telling you. There, so we won a third prize. I thank the people at the Cochise County Fair that we won a third prize award. But the important thing is that our government, our governments, our senators, our congressmen, and our companies, our presidents, our leaders have to realize that because we have computers that can go at billions a second, we can instantly end poverty around the world in seconds, in minutes. Nobody has to be poor. We have 50 million poor people in America. We can end poverty in America and around the world by having these online businesses. Everybody dreams. Everybody, whether they work for a company or they're unemployed or they have a business, but everybody dreams to have their own business. And this is the way that our economy is moving. We're going into globalization because of our technology. We can create business for everybody in the world, 8 billion people. But the important thing is that the governments have to realize the potential. The problem is that our governments, our president, our congressmen, our senators, our prime ministers, our members of parliament. I was born in Jamaica. I'm a U.S. citizen. There you have a parliament, you have a prime minister. In some countries like Britain, you have prime ministers and parliaments and members of parliament. And our mayors and our governors and our people in our state and city councilmen, they don't really realize the power of our technology. And there's a big controversy about the internet companies. There has been breaches of personal information. Mistakes have been made there, and they're talking now about probably breaking up some of these large technical companies. But we have to first realize, before we talk about breaking them up, I think we have to talk about regulating them. But it's to realize the potential, the technology that they have. We have all these big corporations, Now, we have to regulate them. There's tremendous amount of economic resources, trillions of dollars that can be made. This will improve if we had everybody in the world having an online business. This would improve our GNP, our everybody would have a job. A business is a job, and everybody dreams of having an online business. You would have improve our GNP, improve our economic growth rate, improve our trade, our export, because people would be making, everybody will be making and selling a product. And let me explain how this is going to work. What you're going to have is you have what you have here is, okay, 8 billion online business, everybody having an online business. Then you have a 24 a 7 selling network 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 that's going to help them sell. You have a 24 selling network that's going to help the people sell a product. Now let's say that let's start off with some company. Let's say Amazon. Let's start off with Amazon. This is Amazon here. Let's say Amazon. They created a website. This is Amazon here. Um, they created a website. If all of these companies created a website with 8 billion people on it, and you on each 8 billion people around the world on it, you have a 24 selling network. And let's say that the people, we have 8 billion people on Amazon, and they sold a product. Part of that money would go, part of that money would go to the company Amazon for the processing fee. Let's say we have 8 billion people. Let's say that they sold a product, and let's say that Amazon got $5 out of that. And 8 billion times 585 is 40. That's $40 billion that would go to Amazon, right? Let's say how this really works is that of every product, of every product, of every product that the people are going to sell, they are going to reinvest. They're going to have to buy more products to keep going. They're going to say, let's say they sold $1,000 worth of product, and let's say that they reinvested $300. They reinvested $300. Let's say they reinvested $300 of that $1,000 that person made. Let's say a person they make $1,000. Let's say they make 1,000. Person makes $1,000 selling a product. They reinvested of the $1,000 to keep selling, because people are going to say, how are they going to keep selling? They are going to be able to reinvest that from $1,000, reinvest $300. And if you figured out that you had 8 billion people on Amazon, let's say we had 8 billion people here. Amazon had as 8 billion people there. They reinvested $300 of every $1,000 that they made. Let's say they invested in buying new products. This is money that's going to be going. And they said they're buying products, money going to the people and to Amazon. And yet eight times that 300 will give about $2.4 trillion. $2.4 trillion. You see what I mean? So that's $2.4 trillion probably a month. If you multiply that 2.4 trillion a month, let's say 2.4 trillion they made, they're going to have to reinvest in new product, reinvest, and they that's 2.4. Amazon, the sales to Amazon will be about 2.4 trillion a month. All right, $2.4 trillion. So let's say that was multiply by 12, 2.3 trillion a month. Multiply that by 12, you have probably about 24, or probably about $30 trillion that could go to and sales to Amazon. And let's say that the other networks did the same thing. We have Google. This is Google. Google here. Google would have the 8 billion people also. Or if they wanna, if Google did it, the same thing would happen. Google would make the same amount of money. You would have Google pulling to the same 2.4 trillion, and well, let's say 2.4 trillion a month. 2.4 trillion. So that's Google. And if a year you're probably about 30 trillion. I'm not gonna go too much because it's gonna be, I don't want to be confusing, but these are the numbers that these companies could make. So what you have to do is the governments have to realize the tremendous potential that can be made and regulate these companies as Google. This is let's say Facebook. This is Facebook. We got Facebook. Facebook did the same thing. Facebook would make about the same amount of money. But the thing about it is that the governments have to regulate this and make sure that everybody gets from this. Everybody, but to end poverty, all the people get from that yearly another 30 trillion. 30 trillion that would go to Facebook. You go from Facebook, we go to Microsoft. This is Microsoft. Same thing would happen if Microsoft was to do something like this. That's 2.4 trillion, probably a month. Over a year, probably about 30 trillion a year per year. That would go to Microsoft. Let's say that Apple did the same thing. Apple was to do it, same thing would happen to Apple. You would have 2.4 trillion. So you have to, the governments have to realize that's Apple, Microsoft, Apple, that is 30 trillion per year to Apple. So what I'm saying is that the governments have to realize the potential where you break this company, realize these companies have the power to end poverty in the world and let these companies distribute that wealth to everybody. That is Apple. Microsoft, I can go now to, let's say, Walmart. Let's go to Walmart. This is Walmart. And Walmart would make the same thing, $2.4 trillion. Over the year, probably 30 trillion, of course. 30 trillion, $30 trillion a year per year. Of course, that's gross. It's a gross amount. 30 trillion, probably, if you go put the 30 trillion to net, probably the profit would be about 15 trillion and doing something like this. You go to Walmart, same thing. Let's go to IBM. IBM is a big technological company. We can put all any company can do this. You could even have the television companies doing it. NBC and CBS and IBM, the same thing. They would make 2.4 trillion. And IBM, the same thing. 30 trillion, probably 30 trillion. I should really have done it better. I regret that. Give me another sheet that let's say that I went down to all these companies would make trillions of dollars by creating a system that can end poverty in the world. It's not, but the politicians have to realize the potential of this and regulate it and make sure that the money goes to the people, because it's the people that's really creating this wealth there. So this is something that our Congress, our senators, our governments have to realize the potential of the internet. You have 200 governments here in America, Jamaica. I'm from Jamaica. I'm a U.S. citizen. I was born in Jamaica, but the governments have to realize that and regulate it so that um, everybody, you know, you don't just let the big corporations come in and take all the, take all the wealth, but they could end poverty in trillion in minutes, in minutes. So any company can do this. We could even have the television networks getting into this. Let's say that we have CNN, and we have NBC, and there is ABC, there is CBS. We have AT&T. We have all these companies. Let's say the same thing would happen if they decide, okay, we're going to create a 24/7 selling. They're going to create a 24/7 selling network, and they could do the same thing. You have all of these big companies, AT&T, people know, Verizon and Sprint, all these huge companies. We have, they could do the same things. 8 billion people. You look at right there. They could do the very same thing, and these companies would pull the same amount of money. 8 billion people. How they're gonna keep doing this? They're gonna be reinvesting of every money that they make. A third, as I said, they take a third of it and reinvest it and buy new products that they can sell. Same thing. I mean, CNN would pull another. What's that? I have 2.4 trillion. Yearly they would be at about 30 trillion. Of course, this is gross. Net, that's a gross amount, and then a net amount of probably be about 15 trillion. And so this is something that people, and as you can see, it's not something that I'm not guaranteeing that they're going to. I'm not guaranteeing that they're going to make this amount of money, but this is the potential of our technology, where that our technology is moving in this direction, where everybody in the world is moving towards having an online business. There instantly preventing poverty, past Peter. But this is something Christian that the governments have to realize. We have all of these take a copyright, and we could have a television program copyright there on it. This is something we're going to have a movie on it, but we have all these presidential candidates running. We have Joe Biden running. We have Senator Elizabeth Warren running. Senator Bernie Sanders running. We have Senator Cory Booker, Mayor Buttigieg running. Senator Tulsi Gabbard, Tom Steyer running. You have Senator Kamala Harris running. All these presidential candidates running. Andrew Yang, Julian Castro running. But this is something that they have to realize. You have to get the companies to do this. The companies are expanding. All the technological companies are expanding. You have to get them to do this. These companies can instantly end poverty in America and the world in seconds, basically in minutes, by having this type of system. But getting them to share in the profits, get Trump to do it. I've been talking about, but Trump, of course, he's not interested in this type of thing. He figures it's going to threaten the other company. But if you do it in a smart way, that it doesn't interfere with the economy, you have it done by experienced economists and experienced lawyers and judges who make sure we don't have a recession or depression in these countries. So it's the same thing would happen. If any of these other companies, NBC did it, they would have make the same profit. 8 billion people. That's 2.4 trillion probably a month. If everybody made about 1,000 a year, they would be at 30. I'm not guaranteeing this, but 30 trillion, 30 trillion, probably a net of about 15 trillion dollars. And the same thing would happen to all of them. If 15, there would be NBC the same thing, 30 trillion. It would happen the same thing. CBS the same thing, 30 trillion. So this is what our AT&T the same thing, 30 trillion dollars. Verizon the same thing, 30 trillion. Gross. This is a gross amount. I'm not guaranteeing it, but a net, probably a net of who knows 15. I'm not guaranteeing that this is it, but I'm just giving this is just an example of the potential of this idea that we can end poverty in America and around the world. This is around the world by doing this. AT&T, CBS 15 trillion, CNN 15 trillion, ABC 15 trillion, Verizon 15 trillion, AT&T 15 trillion, 15 trillion. So the politicians and the government have to realize the potential of this idea and the fact that our economy is moving. This is where we are moving. We're moving in this direction, and we can end poverty here in America. In America, we have 50 million poor people. And let's say here's America. This is America. 50 million poor people. We did it in America. Let's say that we had 50 million. We have 50 million people. Right? In America, we have 24 billion. We have 50. This is 50 million. Right? Let's say that the people sold a product. Of course, you're going to reinvest. Every time you sell a product, you're going to reinvest to buy more products so you can keep selling. So it's a miracle of God, I think, that God has sort of revealed that to me. Let's say that we had 50 million people, and let's say that they reinvested, or they sold 1,000 and then reinvested that. They reinvested that into 300 and then reinvested that into product. And they of $1,000, they invested 1,000. They reinvested. There's 50 million poor people in America, in Arizona, California, New York, Florida, Texas, Alabama, Mississippi, DC, Chicago, from all the states. Let's say they reinvested $300 out of 50. That would equal about 15. That you would have that about. That would be about 5 billion. That would be the companies would make about. On that one sale, you're looking at about 5 billion, right? 50 million. They make about 5 billion. And then let's say that they make about 15, on that they make about 15 billion. So that's the total. Yes, let's say each 50 of the 50 million people, they reinvested 300, and they made up, that would equal about 15 billion. And per year they will pull about 180 billion. 180 billion. You would have probably something in the neighborhood of that. And that's just on them reinvesting. So that's just on on that reinvestment. So there's a tremendous potential there. There, if any of these companies do that, they would pull about, who knows, in that area, nearly 180. Whether it's Amazon or Google or Facebook or Microsoft or Walmart or the network, CNN, ABC, they will pull, I'm not guaranteeing, probably they'll pull about that per year. And they will make, this is just a conservative estimate of it. You probably make into the trillions, but at least you're looking at that. So what we're really saying is that if these companies were to invest in this type of idea, they could make anywhere from, I'm looking at, let's say, if they did it to involve the 8 billion around a year, they could do anywhere from about, we're saying, who knows, we're looking at that, around the world, probably 2.4 trillion, you know, the range between to probably, who knows, third to, they could make anywhere from that. This is a gross amount. This is, of course, gross. Gross, if you could pull it down to about, net would probably be equal about, net would be about half of that would be, half of 18, 9 would be 90 billion net. That's a net right there. 2.4 trillion to 30. But this is for in the U.S. That's in the United States. Around the world, if you will be looking for 2.4, this is the U.S. 2.4 trillion to 30 trillion. This is a gross amount. Equals a net. A net would be probably, who knows, probably about 15 trillion. This is trillion in the world. So this is something that they have to realize. You see, this type of business, they would have to, you'd have regulations where they can't go bankrupt. They can't spend more than that what they have. They can't sell the business more than a certain percentage. They can't sell the business 100%. You could probably sell 10% or 20% of the business. If you have to have limit rules like that, as the people will just take the business and they will just sell it. But you have certain regulations there that they have to keep a certain amount of money. They can't go bankrupt. They can't completely sell the business, and so forth. But they can pass it on to their kids. Every man, woman, and child. So we have enough to. God has given enough to end poverty. It's a tremendous amount, but the governments have to realize the potential and um, get the companies. I mean, these companies you're talking about Amazon and Google and Facebook and Apple and Twitter and all these big technological Verizon, AT&T, you got the big net, CBN, CBS, ABC, all these big networks, AT&T, Verizon, Sprint. They got to all do something like this, but it's to realize the potential and have the governments, the Congress regulate it. You have to get the Congress to pass a startup law. It is a national startup law that will allow the people to have startups without have to pay a free startup law. They can start up a business online. When they get enough money, then they pay the incorporation fee. That is what you need a Congress to pass. But get them to do something. Let the companies commit to doing something. They can empower. They can provide education for everybody. They can provide health care for everybody. They can deal with the environment. They can provide housing, transportation. Once people have money, they can go out and get the housing. You don't need the homeless people. But to get the governments to realize that, let me do a bit of my Bible study, get all these governments to set up a program, get the companies to do that. I don't think you should break them up, but the immense potential and resources that we can do, this is what we should get them to do. We're going to do a bit of a Bible study. Try to do a bit of Bible study. We're doing Mark, and this on Mark 6 here. It tells you about Jesus choosing his 12, Mark 6, 7, and he called the 12 and began to send them out two by two and gave them authority over unclean spirits. He charged them to take nothing for their journey, a staff, their no bread, no bag, to wear sandals and not to put on two clothes. But here it tells you again that healthcare. Mark's one of the great things about Mark is he provides healthcare. We need to have healthcare. Jesus constantly provided healthcare. We have to have healthcare. Mark 6 also goes and it talks about John the Baptist, but it goes into the feeding of the 5,000 there. And he went ashore, and Mark 6:24, he went ashore and saw a great crowd, and he had compassion on them, and because they were like a sheep without a shepherd, and he began to teach them, saying, many things. And when it grew late, disciples came to him and said, "This is a desolate place, and the hour is now late. Send them away to go into the surrounding countryside and villages and buy something to eat." But he answered them, "You give them something to eat." And they said, "Shall we go and buy 200 denarius worth of bread and give it to them?" And he said to them, "How many loaves do you have? Go and see." And when they had found it, they said, "Five and two fishes." Then he commanded them all to sit down in groups on the green grass. So they sat down in groups by hundreds and by thousands, taking the 5 loaves and 2 fishes. He looked up to heaven and said a blessing and broke the loaves and gave to them. And the disciples set before them, and he divided the 2 fishes up, and they were all ate and were satisfied. And they took up 12 baskets full of broken pieces of fish, and those who ate the loaves were 5,000 people. So you see, Jesus, God, He cares for the poor, He feeds the poor, He heals the sick, and this is something that we have the technology that we can end poverty around the world in minutes. It's just to get the governments and the big corporations to do it, get the international startup law, get the United Nations involved, the World Bank involved. Nobody, we have enough. Nobody, it should be poor, as it tells you in Genesis 1, where God created. We also read in Genesis 1, where it tells you how God created an abundant universe for everyone. I can read it from Genesis 1 here, where God created an abundant universe for everybody. So we have to get our politicians to do that, get this a free startup law that would allow everybody in America, 50 million poor people, to have businesses online, to get the government to stop the hacking there, get them to have a free startup law there, and have an international free startup law passed by the United Nations. Nobody in the world will be poor. So I don't break up the companies. I think that we have to regulate them, let them not, stop the hacking there, not disclose, protect private information. But something like this, could empower, we can empower instantly. Online business, a business is a job that people are going to have to work to do this. Remember also to look for my movie Boomerang Piece that's coming out. I told you I'm a patented inventor of fast new technology on this anti-missile system that can pick up nuclear missiles, cut them off, and send them back. We can get rid of nuclear missiles by building this anti-nuclear boomerang system that we have filed some patents on. We have to go down to Washington for a hearing on that because Trump and Ross, they're basically trying to steal the patent from us. We have to go for a hearing, and we're going to be testifying before the Congress there. So any companies want to get involved, they can contact me, Pastor Peter Christian Hessing. My email is nissespc@gmail.com. We have our movies coming out. Boomerang Piece is going to be entered for the Academy Awards and Golden Globes. And also, that was also in the fair. We also entered that in the fair. They were trying to vote on some of them. They voted on whether it would get the most popular photo, but please look for that. We have a book coming out we have a book on Amazon called 24/7 Safety Inspection Save the World from Nuclear War and Global Warming. These are this anti-nuclear boomerang system. We can get rid of nuclear missile save the world. We can deal with climate change, get the oil companies to take up the water out of the ocean, build levees there, and then that's something new. We also have a movie that's going to be coming out on this instantly ending poverty in the world, and we have an audio book that we also have. We're going to have also another book coming out on it. So please look for that. Give your hearts and life to God and Jesus Christ. Be the Christian Hessing. Peace and love. Let's get our governments to end poverty in America and around the world. And there. Peace and love. Give your hearts and life to God and Jesus. Thank you. God bless.